Yeah, it's my little brother right there, Chris.
All right.
Yeah, we get busy over here. Yeah, Noah, I see you feeling Noah. Don't try to act like you don't feel it, Noah. I know you're doing the damn Zan, but listen, you feeling it right now. Yeah. In them tennis shoes. Yeah.
Never told all my enemies I couldn't be a rat. But niggas talk to me, nigga, they got it in return. Now ain't they mama's living room in a nice earth. Fuck you your whole crew, bitch, cause you gon' get caught. Blow your brains out in your lap, now hold that thought. Motherfucker, stop pretending of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitch, stop pretending. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to another great episode of 5Cast. Hey, we're here today. Listen, let me tell y'all what happened today. I really knew about this thing already, but just trying to watch what happened today, it was a great thing. The people I have on board right now, of course, you know what I'm saying, ARC-12 project. We got the CEO, the man who created the whole thing, Mr. Noah, you know what I'm saying, Big T, you know what I'm saying, my man out of Howard University doing what he does. And so y'all seen him on the show. I think Noah been on the show like twice already. But this time here is very, very special because now it's about me really seeing everything about the ARC-12 project. You know what I'm saying? When he first came to the show, I think it was last year. They brought the candles on and the meaning of everything. I love the fact because me being in the military for so many years, we had to deal with a lot of people with mental health issues, numerous of suicides that happened in the military, at least especially during the time I was in and the time during war, back from war, stuff like that. So really to watch what happened today at Howard University was really a great thing. And so without further ado, I'm gonna bring them in. You can see them on the screen right now. We got Noah, Aussie, and Big Chris in the building. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
Hey, man, listen, I got to start off with this right here. Y'all had Big Frank Ski today, moderating for y'all today. I mean, that's a big thing, So how was that in itself? Period. Just kind of being on campus and doing. And I know you're on campus all the time anyway. They're at the HU. Give them a shout out. The only one. They got one further down the highway down there. They call it Hampton, but you know what the real HU is, right? So how was that today? You tell me about your experiences, guys.
It was like a blessing for one thing, and it was a little nerve wracking at first, but like getting it all like ready and started, just I don't know, it was just a cool feeling, and like thinking about it, it's just like I'm glad it's like out in like the atmosphere now. It just feels like really cool, honestly.
Oh, okay, all right. What about you, Chris? How do you feel about it?
It was a good opportunity, I got to meet him. He was asking great questions. We were all in our zone, and it was a safe space. It was a good space. Everybody was asking great questions, and people were touched. So it was a good feeling.
Definitely. There's definitely a guy in Aussie.
It was definitely a blessing. The best part about it is each step we're saving more and more lives by each step we take. So it was a blessing.
So powerful. So tell me, Noah, the concept of the project. I mean, how did it come about? And you can kind of give me a little brief insight on that.
Okay, so ARC-12 comes from first the 12 comes from like when I was 12 years old. That's like when I really started like dealing with like these issues in my head. And so with that issue going on, I went to my parents and I was like, hey, I'm starting to feel all these like insecurities and like like suicidal thoughts and all that. And so thankfully, like my parents, they took me under and they're like, okay, we're gonna get this like settled, we're gonna get this fixed. And then one of my big things that I always want to do is I always want to help other people who need that help.
Okay.
So when I got older, I was like, okay, I could really do something with this, and I could really like share my story to hopefully help other people just like me.
Right, man. Shout out that. Look at you, boy. I tell you, man. Listen, you got some great parents. I happen to know them too, but yeah, you got some great parents, man. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing. So, Big Chris. So, how did you even hear about this, and how did it come about, man? Just to be part of the project.
So basically, I put out my story. I've always I've always been on Instagram and social media, putting out my story, sharing how I
Okay.
feel, the experiences that I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
And then ARC-12 reached out to me like, hey, I want you to share your experience. Like, like just tell the world what you're going through. So when I came to DC, we met, we recorded, and ever since then it's just been a great experience working with ARC-12,
Right.
sharing my story and just being able to have a platform to help other people, especially people who've been through the same thing as me, or people who are just going through a similar experience. It's just been very, very helpful. Very, yeah, like I love it.
Right. And from that aspect, I mean, by you being such a, what I'm saying, big person on, what I'm saying, social media in itself, how was it you already, and I listened to your story today, you say you already kind of sharing your life in a sense. So to share that and the things with your brother, like, did you ever have a point where when that happened, that you felt like, you know what, I don't want to share that part of everything? Oh, hold on, I think you fell out for a second. Did you
I've
last
never
part?
had no, I've never had a point to be honest. If anything, now I feel like I have to share more. I have more of a purpose of
Mm,
sharing it. Because
right.
before I was sharing it, just for me to help other people and to feel better about it, and just share. Like I've always shared on social media, but now it's like I have a purpose, I have a platform, and I know there's people listening for this sole purpose and this exact reason. So it makes me feel even like I have to do it more.
Right. Well, I definitely want you to know it's effective because, and I think, especially with this message going out the way that it did, and even being pushed out on PBS, I think it's something that really needs to resonate and get pushed throughout the government, so it can hit like definitely military installations, just all branches. Because one, there's something they deal with constantly. So I think really having you three individuals kind of tell this story and push it, I think that's definitely an avenue you need to explore. So Aussie, so talk to me, man. Like, how was it for you coming part of the ARC project? How did that happen?
I'm big on social media. I'm a social media influencer.
Okay.
Very popular on social media at the same time.
Mm,
I posted a video on TikTok, a suicidal video of me trying to commit suicide that
right.
a year ago.
Uh-huh.
ARC-12 reached out to me, and ever since, like Chris said, it's been a great time. It's a great atmosphere, and we're saving lives. So
Right. You definitely saving life. So Noah, so as being the curator of all this thing right here,
Mhm.
for you sitting there today, and I know you've talked the story, you did the project and everything like that. How was it for you to sit in this panel today and just really listen again from that aspect as the way the audience did?
It it felt kind of weird hearing myself like talk about it again, but
Mhm.
it was
Right.
also I could really see that like my voice like was is actually like kind of a powerful thing, and like looking at it again, I could realize, okay, yeah, with my story, I can definitely like help people with all this, like with people who are just like me. I can really like use like my voice to like, and this platform to really
Right.
like lift voices up, and like hopefully like we can like just save more and more people.
yeah.
Okay, so after the event today, like, and I want all of you to answer the question. What were some of the things that you were hearing after the show today? And Chris, go ahead and start.
After the show, I heard people were just giving positive messages like, hey, I love what you came out here, I did, I love how the word I heard today the most was transparency and vulnerable. They loved how transparent we were and how vulnerable we were and how willing we were to share our story.
That is how that make you feel. I mean, because it's almost peer on peer in a sense, right? To hear people, you know what I'm saying, in your, because a lot of times people won't even go share the things that y'all shared today, right? But to hear the feedback from, what I'm saying, people that are in your age range, it had to be amazing, man.
Yeah, it made me feel alive. It's like it's sort of like a drug. Like when makes you feel good. It makes you feel like
Right.
you're living for a purpose. It makes your soul feel alive. It makes you feel like you're actually doing something and you actually matter.
That's what I'm talking
Man,
about. You know what I'm saying? No, what about you? I mean, because you're walking on campus every day and you're seeing it all the time. So were there rumblings before you were hearing things from, what I'm saying, from people who probably have situations, home problems and stuff like that? But after this right here, what are some things that
Mhm.
you come across?
When it was done, I got like a lot of like, thank you for sharing your story. You're really brave, and
Right.
like this is really gonna help people out. And like me and my friends who were there, like I'm proud of you and all that. And it's like, no, it felt good, and I can like really
Right.
see like I'm on the right path.
Mm, man, that's beautiful. Oh, see, what about you, brother? You know what I'm saying? You walking around the campus after that, What were you getting?
After the video, I got told that there was people crying from the video that was played from the screen, and just to see that people are getting emotional and actually feeling engaged through my emotions and actually understanding what I was going through, and me being powerful enough to go up there and people understand and see that I am and we are trying to save people's lives genuinely and not falsely just because is that we truly care about this. So and they saw that.
Okay, Noah, since the last time we talked last year, on the show itself, have you seen a change in people being willing to talk about issues with mental health?
Yes and no. I've seen it like people are like being more open about themselves, but definitely
Mhm.
not like more on like mental health like issues. Like there's been like
Right.
this big like there's like a new like podcast way that came out again with like Andrew Tate and all that, and like
Okay.
that's very negative. And so we're
Mm,
definitely getting more open about like how we think, but like the mental aspect has definitely gotten worse because like that's like ill toxic behavior, and it's getting like raised up and more every single day. So
right.
like we're getting more open like as a
Okay.
society, but like we're going in the wrong direction.
How do you feel about it, Chris?
I don't understand the question fully for real.
Um, well, well, you went on the show, but in the last year, from what you've seen, within the last year, how have you seen it grow or not grow as far as people being willing to come out with issues or things they're going through in regards to mental health issues?
How have I seen it grow? I feel like I've seen it. I've seen like the people, us as people. Like when I first met Noah, when I first met Austin,
Hmm.
um, as us, like we're becoming more comfortable speaking about our emotions, more comfortable speaking about our experience, and more comfortable just sharing with the world. And I feel like the people that we've touched so far, they feel comfortable enough to come and ask us questions and tell us and just be open about their emotions also, and be open about the questions they ask us about our experience. Whereas I feel like had it been a little earlier or like a year ago, it would have still would have been a bit of hesitation there, maybe.
Okay, and also as far as you seeing coming out of your situation and everything, have you seen a difference in people being able to open up and talk about it a little more freely than before?
Yes, yeah, yes, of course. People look up to my story. So when people heard my story and they're looking at
Mhm.
me, a
Right,
person that they thought could never do that to themselves, they don't feel alone anymore. And
right.
that person high, a
Mm,
social media influencer going through that, they
okay.
understand that they're not alone.
Right. Okay. So
So
so besides the numbers and stuff like that, what are some ways that you're not saying pushing people, but what are some things that you guys are doing? You know what I'm saying, in addition to telling your story, that will kind of soothe people and get them able to maybe talk a little more about it. Chris, are you saying things a little more as you're posting things, or is that something that you talk about? You know, how are you doing that?
To be honest, I wanted a whole different approach with it also. Like I'm a middle school teacher in Baltimore, Maryland. So working with kids and seeing the stuff that they're joking about and seeing the stuff that they're saying and the way they're just developing as kids. I'm a little more aware of it. Like before, I would have been a little a little more lenient on like people joking about each other's clothing. But now as a teacher, like seeing like sixth graders come to me like, hey, this person's talking about my shoes and stuff. People commit suicide for that. It's not funny anymore.
So
People
true.
commit suicide for small things. You don't know how people are thinking. So as a
Mm,
teacher now, like I feel like I'm more in the parent role. Like, hey, this is how this is not nice to say. Like this
right.
wasn't cool enough to say. I'm more aware. I'm
Mm,
more understanding of that things affect people and people could be on the last straw.
right. That's definitely true. That's definitely. And you know what? I think it was you, Chris, that when Frank Ski was talking, when we was talking about how what somebody went through before when they came up, like myself, I might have came up a certain way, and I could deal with it, right? And I can't look at it like, if my kid, my son, oh man, you should be able to deal with it because I deal with it, whatever. But you said something key, and I don't want to misquote you. I want to let you say it yourself, where what somebody went through, it could possibly break another person.
Yeah, basically, like what I go through, like I could have been through losing my little brother and going through, drug addiction or going through bullying because of my sexuality. But just losing to your brother right there and then, like that could have broke anybody. That could have made anybody commit suicide. Just bullying itself, that could have made anybody commit suicide. So a lot of the times we hold people accountable for things based on how we would react, but we have to understand that we do have individual differences. And just because I react like this or I can deal with this and I'm strong enough to deal with this type of situation, doesn't
Right.
mean we should hold everybody accountable for the same type of reaction or the same type of expectancy in the situation.
Mm. And that's beautiful. And the other thing he was saying, with all three of you guys, three nice looking guys, right? People walking around campus or different places, they'll see you guys, they'll assume, oh man, them guys are all right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know they can't have a problem. It's kind of like something me and Aussie talked about before. And I said, hey, people never check on the tens, right? People who are tens at what they do, whether their job. You might be the best sixth grade teacher out there, right? And you doing your thing, and they see, oh, that Mr. Christian, he does his thing. Man, he don't need no help with nothing. But tens, I say tens need the same attention and love as a one does. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that's definitely something I truly believe in. So, Noah, the ARC-12 project, where do we go from here? Like, where is it going? What is your goal for it? What do you intend to happen?
The goal is just to keep on expanding, and getting bigger and bigger, so we can just
Mhm.
use our platform like to get to more places. Like one thing we want to start doing, we want to start doing children books so we can get like the hands of like younger
Ooh,
ears and voices. That's
okay,
definitely
okay. I
like I
like
said,
I
that's
like that,
definitely the
Noah.
plan.
Hold up. You gotta get a shout out for that one right there. You said books. I love books, baby. Let's get the books in their hands. I can see the ARC-12 book. Man, you better start playing a series of them too. You know what I'm saying? I don't need but 2% for that. Don't tell Mark.
That's the goal.
That's it. Uh, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I'm getting excited when you talking about educating. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's it. No, that's it. That's it. You're good.
Okay. So just really expanding out. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact PBS
Mhm.
was on this thing today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good look, man. Come on now. You better stop playing. Y'all got PBS in the building. Ooh, that's kind of nasty right there. That's kind of nasty. You got PBS in the building like that. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? What do you hope to get from this, Chris? Where do you see ARC-12 and you being a part of in the direction it's gonna go?
I see ARC-12 really having a big result and just inspiring people and telling the story and just so really quick, basically we was outside, right, and there was a lot of people that came in. They was told about the movie, but and they came in to just be have an experience with it and see it and stuff and just be told about it. But after they left, they were really touched. Like I can see it when they were touched. Like I've been to events and stuff where I was like, wow, this really, I'm so glad I came. And this guy came up to me and he was like, wow, I skipped class today, but I'm so glad I skipped class today. Like I would never be the same. And I was just touched by that. So I see, like, it really has an impact. Even that, just that 1 little hour, if we
Right,
was to just, like Noah said, make do books and reach a different audience, also like kids and stuff like this. I see it going really, really far.
man. I know it's gonna go far. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, shout out, it's going. It kick the field goal. That's what's about to happen with this whole thing right here, man. I'm gonna tell you like that. Aussie, how do you see ARC-12 and what do you hope that happens with it? You know what I'm saying?
First of all, I have to agree with Chris.
Okay.
Pointing the wrong way, but whatever. I have to, I have to agree with Chris. That was a valid reason. We
Mm-hmm.
literally did bring in random people from the street in there.
Beautiful.
Didn't even know the people,
Come
and
on,
then
man.
after they were coming up to us, giving me hugs, and I
Right.
was like, "Whoa, that just inspired them." Now watch how many more people we inspire with this. You know what I mean?
Right.
We about to take off. We about to take
And that's
off.
good. That's what
And
we
we're
need.
about to save so many more lives. And shout
We
out
need.
to Noah. This is amazing. I love what you did, and I love inspiring other people.
Help Noah, boy. We doing this thing. Noah's Ark. Y'all better stop playing. You know what I'm saying?
Better
Noah's Ark.
stop playing,
And
baby.
tell me again, Noah, how did I know I kind of know, but I want you to tell it again. How the whole Ark and 12 and how that whole piece came with the name, if you don't mind.
Okay, so Art came because my dad is corny, and name's Noah, so we gotta have the
Shout
word
out to
Ark in
Mark.
there.
Okay.
I was like, all right, let you have. Yeah, And 12 is
Well, our
from
kids,
12 is
well,
because
they
like
just
I'm
put
the
us out
second one.
there. Our kids have put us out there. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lord.
Yeah, and then 12 is from when I'll start talking about when I was 12. But the arc is
Okay.
mainly because like my dad is a cornball.
Well, I tell you, boy, our kids love us. Our kids love us. All right, so Chris, I need to know, and I need the people to know. You went through what you went through. And I'm not even saying you went through it because that's ongoing. You know what I'm saying? Because one, your brothers are, you know what I'm saying? You have to deal with that and really every day. And that's what I want people to understand. You know, people always say, you know, something right here, you go through it, you got through it. No, it's a continuing thing. It's not a one-stop shop. I don't think. I don't think it works like that. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. It's a continuing thing that goes on. But look how you continue to move forward, man. You out there in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? Teaching kids, doing it every day. Like, give me some more things that's going on with you, and to show people that there is a light side of everything, and you can continue to push forward.
To be honest, you have to you have to it's vice versa. You have to be the light in order to see the light. You have to be alive, you have to feel alive. If
Mm-hmm.
you go through life, feeling sorry about what happened to you, then you can't life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So
Okay.
the things that you go through in life, you use it and you go through it, and that makes you a better person, a stronger person. You can have it damage you and have it bring you down, but what's any good in that? The experiences people go through, you should always use it to better yourself. So I lost my little brother, but what did that result into? Like, now I love my little sister so much more. Like, I appreciate her
Mm-hmm.
so much more. I appreciate all my younger siblings so much more because I lost that one little brother. If I was to lose my little brother and look at it in a negative light, I wouldn't have much love in me. I wouldn't be alive. So life is gonna keep going on. I always say that life is gonna happen for you so you can grow, so you can better yourself and you can experience more things,
Mm-hmm.
not for you to be pushed down. But I'm literally just sharing my story. I'm doing ARC-12. I'm teaching kids, and I'm trying to become the best older brother, younger brother that I can. I'm just trying to become the best person I can, no matter what circumstance.
Man, Chris, come on, man. Now, hats off to you, brother. I'm telling you, hats off to you, man. And I love my educators, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really do, because one, the investment you're putting back into our futures. You know what I'm saying? Because those
Thank
children
you.
are our future. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you doing what you're doing, recognizing things that happen in the school systems, whether it's bullying, whether it's people saying things that you probably, like you said a year ago, you probably kind of, but now you kind of, hey, let me step in there and see what's going on. We need that. We need those. You know what I'm saying? People like yourself, one, who care. And so that's, and I could go off on a tangent with this whole thing, especially when it comes to educators, because you know there's a lot of weight on you guys. There's a lot of expectation on you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what, you all are raising all of our futures. You know what I'm saying? And I think some type of way, through legislation or whatever, it has to be a mandate or something where they put pay, um so that one, that's one thing that educators don't have to worry about at all, man. And I think if people push and lobby for that, you know what I'm saying, I think it could be a possible way to make these school systems a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So once again, my hats off to you, Chris. Thank you for doing what you're doing, man. Continue what you're doing. Do you have any big things coming up besides outside of teaching and stuff like that? I mean, I see your influence game is strong as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it out there. You got any projects coming up or anything that you want to talk
Right now, yeah, I have a few things that I'm working on, but I can't say. But it's all good things. Me inspiring people, motivating people. But in the
about?
long run, next time we will get back at this, and you would know. I would definitely put you on. It's
Okay,
good things.
that's what I'm talking about. See, Chris, well, there's a professional over there. You know what I'm saying? All right, awesome. Okay, you've been through the things, you know what I'm saying, that you've been through and everything. If y'all see me looking down, because I'm looking at them on the screen here, but I'm trying to make sure I keep looking at this camera like I'm talking to them exactly. But you have some things going on with you, man. I mean, like, talk to the people or something like that.
Well, I'm a model. I just
Hmm.
partnered up with Savage Brand, the
Okay,
clothing line. Uh, I'm an actor as well. I'm about to be
come
in a
on now, you
movie.
ain't right here acting. Man. I don't nobody believe you, man. You ain't acting nowhere. You acting tired.
I'm about to be in my first movie next month.
What?
I'm
Mm,
also an artist down in
mm.
Cincinnati. Ready. So I think I got a lot going on for myself.
Man, you doing your thing, bro. You doing your thing, man. I heard your management is on point.
Man, shout out G5.
You know
Shout
what I'm
out
saying? I heard your
G5.
management team is. I heard they killers. That's
Shout
what I
out
heard. We don't
G5.
talk about them though, but I heard they killers, whoever they are. Don't want to say their name, but I heard you got
Shout
a
out
killer management.
G5.
You got a killer management team. That's killer. You know what I'm
I
saying?
really do. I really
You
do.
know what
Shout
I'm
out to my management
saying?
team for blessing me.
No, man. Hey, Noah, listen. You in grad school, right, Noah?
No, I'm a senior, but I'm
Okay,
a senior, but not grad school yet. No,
but you going to grad school there though, right?
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, shout out to going. I was trying to get you something in there for Nick to say something. Right? No, but that's a great thing. Hey, you got a sister up in New York, right? She's at St. John's, right?
Mm-hmm. St. John's.
One thing. What's she going to be?
Lawyer.
God, look at that. Boy, I tell them theories, boy. You can't mess with the theories. Yeah. Everything's sold up, man. Listen, man, that's amazing, man. Hey, listen, man. I appreciate you guys coming on. I told you we're gonna go no longer than 28 minutes, but because I know what you're doing, Noah, you handle your business, and that's what it's about. Chris, thank you again, brother Noah. You know, I'll see you when you come back home at some point. You know, also we'll see you in a little while, in a couple of weeks, whatever. Come down here and shoot this movie, and this is positive. This is great. ARC-12. I mean, super number one. Noah, how can they get the candle so they can support? How can they get the candle?
Go to ARC-12.com.
Y'all heard it. ARC-12.com. You know what I'm saying?
Or the ARC-12project.com. One of them work.
Right.
You can also follow us on Instagram at ARC-12project, but the link is in the bio.
What? You better talk about the link in the bio. You better stop playing around. You see the bottom of the screen too. You also see it. You know what I'm saying? You can go follow them on Instagram at the ARC Project. That's what they're doing it big. Okay, hold up. What's the ARC? Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Okay, go ahead, Kelly. She must be part of the team over there, something like that. The ARC-12 song.
Oh, they want me to play my new song.
Do you have it? Do you have it on what you call it? Do you have it on
I can send it. I can send it.
Words? Text it to me real quick. Oh, text it to me. We'll play it right now on air live right now. We ain't playing around with y'all. Listen, technology. Chris, don't play with me, baby. This is what we do. No,
I see you got it ready.
Over here. I can play a whole album. You send it to me in 5 seconds. We can make it happen. That's what we do out here. Let it have fun. We push this shout out button all the time too. You been on the shout out button, don't you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we shout out over here. That's what we do. Shout out to us, shout out. That's what we do. Connect to my roadcaster real quick. Man, okay, I'm connected. I'm just waiting on Austin to. Where you go? Where you go? Connect back to it. So what school you teaching at, Chris? Or you can't put that out. No, don't put it out. Yeah,
I'm teaching at a middle school in East Baltimore. Okay, right, I'd rather not say because I've had some experiences where I was told I was working, and at this point I was a little more famous on social media, though I would not lie. And people came to my job and all. It was crazy. But I'm teaching at a East Baltimore middle school.
Got it. You know what? I do apologize. I thought about it as soon as it came on my mouth.
That's good. That's right.
Okay. Also, just send it to me. We're gonna see what's going on right here. We're gonna see what's going on. Okay, also, here we go. Y'all can mute your mics for a second. Yeah. Oh, somebody gonna call me. What's that people do? They don't want us to be great. Okay, here you go. Drop it.
Hey. Don't give up on your life. I swear it's not worth it. Nobody in this life is nowhere near perfect. Gotta gain self-love. You just gotta learn it. Throw them demons in a bag, and then you burn it. I'm glad. God save me even though I ain't deserve it. I finally found my purpose, now I think I'm at my greatest. Took a lot of patience, yeah, it took a lot of pain. Took a lot of ups and downs, but I finally felt I made it. Although you got the money and your perfect occupations, if you're not awoken, you'll stay stuck in the matrix. This is your life if you manifest it.
Okay, awesome.
The universe will make it. I know there's hard times where it feels you can't take it. You give your trust to someone, somehow they always break it. I opened up my mind, I made a little money. So it's just a distraction just to keep that shit.
Now I got thuggish now.
You can't give up on yourself when it feels like you got nothing. You gotta tell yourself it's okay, even when you're dying inside. It's alright to not feel.
That's right, Kelly. It's exclusive.
I made it coming up. I beat all these demons. I remember in my room, I stayed up late screaming. It felt like I had 1,000 reasons, but them 1,000 reasons not worth me. Now I'm breathing. Open up your eyes, show them demons who the boss is. Don't let them be the reason that you're laying in the coffin. I know that life is hard and it's mentally exhausting. We made it this far in the world, will we stop there? Gotta climb well all the way to the top, man.
Oh, this is it.
Amazing. This guy who I'm thinking, I get to see another day. I got blessed. So sorry, not sorry. I've been focused on myself lately. As soon as I put myself first, that's when my friends hate me. Nobody can love yourself the most, the more than you do. It's either they die or you do. It's either they die or you do. You can't give up on yourself when it feels like you got nothing. You gotta tell yourself it's okay, even when you're dying inside. It's alright to not feel alright.
Man, y'all better stop playing with Austin.
Okay.
Listen, and I'm not just saying this, okay? I'm not just saying this. Let me tell you what this young man is talented, right? Then this young man got off the phone last night while he was back in Ohio. Okay. He auditioned for a role for last night. You know what I'm saying? Last night. I hit him yesterday. Hey, boom, 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 there's a role right here. It's a virtual, it's Zoom, it'll hit you at this time from this time to this time. And but he still had to, he left that immediately. As soon as he got off that, we was on the phone. And he left there. He went to the studio and he did that last night.
And he did that.
Stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all better stop playing with Austin. Y'all better stop playing with him. He auditioned for a role in a movie last night.
Studied 4 hours.
Via Zoom. Got off of that. We talked on the phone. He left, went to the studio, and y'all heard what y'all just heard. Come on, man. You better stop. Tell me God ain't good. And period. Coming back from what he came back from. You know what I'm saying? You see how important this young man, all three of these young men, you see how important they are fighting through, you know what I'm saying? What they've gone through. You know what I'm saying? Careers are doing great things. Chris, he'll come back later on and tell us what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? But because he doing super stuff. You know Austin came back, did this, went beyond the model, trained that actor. You know what I'm saying? You know, come say, oh yeah, your picture stuff good. Acting. You know what I'm saying? Leading to the next thing. No. You gotta be on websites, not your website. Other people at websites. Clothing. Get in movies. I guarantee you I do everything in 5s. He'll be in 5 movies by February. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. The ARC-12 project, you cannot beat it. You know what I'm saying? The ARC-12 project brought all this about. You feel what I'm saying? It brought all of this about right now. As the ARC-12 project continues to push, and I want to see it, and I hope to see it in every school. We ain't talking about just HBCUs. We're talking about schools, period. All schools. You know what I'm saying? Militaries. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm about to push it to somewhere right in the city where they're at right now. Because one, after watching it today, I watched the reaction off of Frank Ski's face. I think the young lady with the Angie just kind of, I gauged things off the way she was moving with it and stuff like that. Just listen to the presentation, even at the end when Mark was talking, saying, with his partner. It's just, I think this is what we need. I talk about mental health on my show a lot. The reason why, because I watched it for 25 years. I watched people, as they committed suicide, soldiers doing it constantly, going to war, people doing it while we were at war because they were so scared and they didn't want to talk to somebody. So I understand the need for help for people. And I watch it all the time with veterans and just what people go through who have performed at this high level for so many years, but yet they never talk to somebody and they need to talk to somebody. And so we have to do this now. So the ARC-12, Noah, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for speaking up to your parents. Thank you so much, because we wouldn't be here right now had you not done that. I think you muted. Say it again.
Oh, thank you for having us on. I appreciate it.
Nah, man, I appreciate you, brother. I really do. Chris, thank you so much once again, man. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Also, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We talk every day. So,
shout out G5, shout out Ben Johnson, shout out Exit, shout out Chris, shout out Noah. You already know.
Right, and one more last plug for the ARC-12 candle. We need that, Noah, because we need to get people getting this ARC-12 candle so they can support. You know what I'm saying? 100% daggone mental health awareness.
You can go to the Instagram at the ARC-12 project, and the link is in the bio. And you can also go to the website, which is www.arc12project.com.
All right, everybody. Hey, thanks a lot, everybody. Like I said, Ed had a show, but this was so hot I had to have a show. But I got shows coming up next week though now, because everybody's seen me having a show. They're like, "Oh, we back going again?" Like, yeah, but we're gonna close out. We're gonna roll out to that super jam. If y'all don't mind standing up for a few minutes just so we can hear the song, and we'll close out at the end with Fade to Black. And hey, y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe out there.
Don't give up on your life. I swear it's not worth it. Nobody in this life is nowhere near perfect. Gotta gain self-love. You just gotta learn it. Throw them demons in a bag, and then you burn it. I'm glad God saved me, even though I ain't deserve it. I finally found my purpose. Now I think I'm at my greatest. Took a lot of patience, yeah, it took a lot of pain. Took a lot of ups and downs, but I finally felt I made it. Although you got the money and your perfect occupations, if you're not awoken, you'll stay stuck in the matrix. This is your life if you manifest it. The universe will make it. I know there's hard times where it feels you can't take it. You give your trust to someone somehow. I finally found my purpose, now I think I'm at my greatest. Took a lot of patience, yeah, it took a lot of pain. Took a lot of ups and downs, but I finally felt I made it. Although you got the money and your perfect occupations, if you're not awoken, you'll stay stuck in the matrix. This is your life if you manifest it. The universe will make it. I know there's hard times where it feels you can't take it. You give your trust to someone somehow, they always break it. I opened up my mind, I made a little money. So it's just a distraction just to keep that shit started. Yeah. You can't give up on yourself when it feels like you got nothing. You gotta tell yourself it's okay, even when you die. It's alright to not feel right. Coming up, I beat all these demons. I remember in my room, I stayed up late screaming. It felt like I had 1,000 reasons, but them 1,000 reasons it's not worth me now. I'm breathing. Open up your eyes, show them demons who the boss is. Don't let them be the reason that you laying in the coffin. I know that life is hard and it's mentally exhausting. We made it this far in the world, will we stop there? Gotta climb well all the way to the top, man. This life was so amazing. It's God who I'm thinking. I get to see another day. I got blessed. So sorry, not sorry. I've been focused on myself lately. Soon as I put myself first, that's when my friends hate me. Nobody can love yourself the most, the more than you do. It's either they die or you do. It's either they die or you do. You can't give up on yourself when you feel like you got nothing. You gotta tell yourself it's okay, even when you die inside. It's alright to not feel right.
Hey, good night, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hey, thanks again, ARC-12. Thanks again, Mark. Thanks again, Noah. Thanks again, Chris, man. I appreciate everything y'all do, man. Y'all have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Good night.
G5.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.